Hey everyone, so if you live in La Mesa, you know that life with a dog is amazing, but it definitely has its moments, right? From a quiet neighborhood walk to the busy sidewalks in the village. The whole point of this explainer is to give you a really clear, simple guide to finding a great trainer who gets it. Someone who can help your dog be an awesome companion for life here, whether you're heading to Harry Griffin Park or just hanging out. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll talk about what actually makes for good, humane training. Then we'll look at the different programs out there and what they usually cost. After that, I'll walk you through how to actually hire the right trainer for you. And finally, we'll touch on some local La Mesa rules and some great spots to practice all those new skills. All right, let's start at the beginning. Before you even start Googling trainers, it's so helpful to know what separates modern, effective training from some of the older, frankly, less kind methods out there. Today, the absolute gold standard in dog training is something called positive reinforcement. Now, this is so much more than just giving your dog treats. It's a science-backed approach that's all about rewarding the behavior you want to see. When you do this, you build a really strong bond based on trust, and you avoid creating fear or anxiety. It basically helps your dog become an enthusiastic partner in learning who actually has fun with it. Now, here's something you should know. California doesn't have a state licensing system for dog trainers, so it's kind of on us to check their credentials. Looking for certifications like CPDTKA or KPA-CTP is a great way to do that. It shows a trainer has really put in the work, passed some tough exams, and is committed to keeping up with the best, most humane methods. Seeing one of these is a really, really good sign. Okay, so you know what good training philosophy looks like. Let's get into the practical side of things. What kinds of programs are actually available around La Mesa? And what should you be prepared to budget for? You're basically looking at two main paths, group classes or private lessons. Group classes are awesome for socialization and for practicing focus around other dogs and people, and they're definitely easier on the wallet. Private lessons, on the other hand, are totally customized to you and your dog's specific needs, like working on not jumping on guests, right in your own living room. So what can you expect to invest? This table gives you a pretty solid idea of the typical costs you'll see in the La Mesa and Greater San Diego area for 2025. You know, a multi-week group class will probably be a few $100s, while private sessions are priced one-on-one. And for those really intensive options like board and train, the higher cost reflects that round-the-clock immersive training. So you've got the philosophy down, you've thought about your budget, now for the most important part, actually picking your trainer. Here's how you can interview them so you feel totally confident in your choice. Whenever you get on a consultation call, you should have these questions handy. You'll want to double-check their methods, ask about those credentials we talked about, and get a clear picture of the whole program, everything from how they track progress to what the final bill will be. Of all the questions, this one might be the most telling. You really need to know that the training is going to work in your real life, here in La Mesa. A great trainer doesn't just teach sit. They teach a sit your dog can hold while you're grabbing coffee downtown, or they teach your dog how to walk calmly on a leash down La Mesa Boulevard when it's busy. Okay, so once you've hired your trainer and you're starting to learn, it's time to take those new skills out into the world. Let's quickly go over some of the local rules and resources that'll help you practice safely and legally around town. This one's simple but absolutely critical to remember. In all public spaces throughout La Mesa, we're talking parks, the downtown village, everywhere, your dog has to be on a leash that's 6 feet or shorter. The only places this doesn't apply are in designated off-leash areas. And there are just a few other responsibilities to have on your radar. A current rabies vaccine is required by state law. All dogs over 4 months old need to be licensed with San Diego County, and it's also a good idea to know the city's rules on nuisance barking, which is something good training can definitely help you manage. When you're ready to practice skills like recall without a leash, you need a safe, legal spot. Well, Harry Griffin Park and Collier Park both have fantastic fenced-in dog parks that are perfect for this. Little tip, try going during off-peak hours when you're first starting out when it's a little less crowded. And for practicing those on-leash manners with some real-world distractions, you really can't beat Mission Trails. With miles of trails, you're going to encounter hikers, cyclists, and other dogs, which makes it the perfect place to work on focus and staying calm. Look, all this work, from finding the right person to practicing every day, it all comes down to one thing, just having a better, easier life with your dog. A well-trained dog isn't just better behaved, they get to be a part of so much more of your life here in La Mesa. So as you start this whole process, Just picture what success looks like for you. Imagine that calm walk through the farmer's market on a Friday, or enjoying a coffee on a patio without worrying, or even just having a vet visit that goes smoothly. That's the real payoff of good training. We wish you all the best in finding the perfect partner for your journey.